Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today we're going on a little road trip because well, I have been contacted by Jesper, and Jesper is well, he lives in Sweden, he's Danish. Yeah, he has a lot of equipment that I can come and pick up, and I didn't want to say no to that. He said that there would be 3 Lenovo X3550 Model 2s, and there would be 3 Lenovo X3650 Model 3s, and there would be some storage shelves with dual controllers. I don't know what that is, but well, I do know what dual controllers, but I don't know the model number of them. And well, only thing is that there is no discs in them, and well, I'm getting the trays for them. But last night Jesper chatted that he didn't have the security talks for that, so I've just been in the, what is that, home improvement store, and I bought 2 sets. So at least I'll have a little friendly gift for Jesper when I get there. I must admit I didn't have one at home either, so I bought 2 pairs, one for me and one for Jesper. So it's kind of embarrassing not to have security talks around. I've gotten a set of security talks from a subscriber, Philip, and well, but they're at my playhouse, and it's like a 1-hour drive one way and a 1-hour drive the other way. You don't do that for a set like this was 10 bucks. So better to just get a new set instead of go driving. But I'm gonna be driving all the way to Sjælland or Sealand, and I'm gonna meet him here on the Danish side, so I don't have to drive all the way to Sweden, because Jesper was going to a seminar on computer stuff today. So I'm gonna meet him on a very desert parking lot, and I'm gonna stuff the cars with awesome servers. So yeah, we're going there today. Another thing, now this is for an upcoming video. This just came in. A lot of people do enjoy my solar panel setup, so I have, focus you, oh, probably. Yeah, the sun is on and then it's off. I got a 100 amp fuse box, so you can connect 100 amps and you can disconnect 100 amps. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I just had that laying around in the car, so I thought I just might show it. But well, let's get on the way. The setup is so that the car can look out the window like this, so you can see where we're going, and then you can see me down here. Hi. So we'll just zoom in to oh, everybody asks what that thing is when we're doing this, and it's a parking meter. So if this store that I'm at, if that was somewhere really nice where there was a lot of competition for the parking spaces, they would have a sign going in here that you were only allowed to park here for 1 hour or 2 hours, and I would have to set this one to it's like a clock, and if it was 4 o'clock when I drove in here, I would set the parking meter for 4 o'clock, so that the parking attendant would know that this car has only been here for 15 minutes. So that's what that thing is. I don't know if it's common or if it's just here we have weird shit like that. So let's get on the road. I think we want the camera a bit higher, right? Yeah, that helps. Cool. We'll tighten that. Nice. So let's drive. The camera has a seat. Oh, copyrighted music. We don't want that. The camera has a seat belt on. I better have mine on too. So, let's get out of here. I'm not gonna film the entire way. I just thought that we would start this out nicely. I'm at a home improvement center, and it's called Home and Fix. Danish Hjem og Fix, but it's like go home and fix stuff. I'm not sure, but that's how I interpret it. So Yeah, and it's right beside another one called Silvan, so you can kind of choose what you want, where you want to go when you're here. So that's awesome. So let's get out of here. I'm gonna hit the highway. It's just out here. It's like 1.5 kilometers out this way, so it's all good. And I should be able to drive over there in about 3.5 hours. So that should all be good. This is probably gonna be a Saturday video. It don't generally has a lot to do with what I normally do. Well, even though I try to keep my options open on what I usually do. You have seen well, road movies. Oh, what do you call those? I have kind of done this like road movies before. I've done videos where I've been at a film location, doing shooting there, and of course server videos, and there's videos where I do stuff at home, trying to improve my old house, and there's solar panels and green energy stuff. Well, I try different stuff, but well, I do have the most success with the server videos, and well, that's kind of cool. It also leads to these very awesome opportunities where I can go and meet someone and even fill the car with awesome equipment, which is, well, it's more than just ordinary awesome. So, let's get onto the highway and okay, we just hit the motorway here, so we can spin it up to 110 kilometers per hour. We'll be there in no time. Actually, I'm not sure if 110 is the limit here. So yeah, we'll keep it there. No, not in that much of a hurry. Okay, this is kind of rush hour traffic here. This is, well, it's not bad, but it's well, it's busy. So it's probably nothing compared to what everybody else knows from where they're from. We have a lot of space on the roads here in Denmark, so probably pretty good. But at least I remember last time I posted and I said that we were driving in a queue. Well, people had experience worse than that, and I believe them, because usually it's pretty good. So now we can drive fast again. They were building a bridge. Okay, we are coming up on the first bigger bridge. That one is called Vejlefjordbro. It's over the city of Vejle, so it's a crossing of the Vejle Fjord, I guess. It's really bad translation, but I hope you get the point. So the traffic always slows down a little bit when going over a bridge. It has helped. Back in the days it was really bad with this bridge, but then they put up like a fence on both sides of the bridge. I think the major problem was that there was a really wonderful view from this bridge, so when everybody was driving over the bridge, well, they just slowed down to enjoy the view. So now the bridge is not as enjoyable, but it's a lot faster to get over it, so that's both a good and a bad thing. the fence on both sides. Well, right now there's a big truck. It is kind of a glass fence, but it really obstructs the view anyway. So you can see if we can point the camera out the window. Kind of. That's what you're missing out on when you're going over the bridge nowadays, but well, you get over it faster, so that's also good. Not many years ago, they expanded the bridge. It used to be only 2 lanes, and they have expanded that to 3 lanes. So all the lanes has just become a bit more. They're not as broad as they were before, but there are 3 lanes, and there is still the emergency lane out there, even though that's even smaller than it used to be. So, well, 1 bridge down, 2 to go. Okay, we're coming up on the next bridge, and this bridge is gonna take us to the island of Fyn. And yeah, that's an island that we're gonna drive straight over. Maybe stop for a pee somewhere, because well, it's me, I have to go. But it's usually when you get close to a bridge, the road becomes 3 lanes. The normal for highways here is just 2 lanes. There is not that many cars here, but all the bridges has been built. Normally they have been built with 3 lanes. Probably to be future proof, and it's a lot easier. Probably it doesn't add a lot of cost to build 3 lanes to a bridge like this compared to 2 lanes, compared to the price that you would have to pay if you need to build another bridge to expand it later. So I'm guessing that is what is going on here. And this is just a small bridge. We'll be over in just a little bit. We're halfway right about now, and it's all downhill from here. So then we'll be on Fyn, and well, I think it's a 1.5 hour drive, and we'll be across this island, and we'll have to drive on to Zealand or Sjælland. And well, there is the last bridge, and that's a paid bridge, so I have to pay to get over that one. I have done that in other videos, so we have seen that, but well, we'll show it again. So yeah, good thing I'm not driving in the other side of this road highway. There is a lot more cars there. Okay, I have stopped at a rest stop because one of us has to go, and well, this time it just happens to be me. I think I'll try and bring the camera in, and we could just see that. Don't know if it's interesting, but we could see. Okay, this is pretty normal. You drive your cars and you can sit over here. There's even tables for picnics and stuff. Over here is the fuel station. And nowadays it's not just fuel, they also are able to charge electric cars, which I thought was very funny, because the signs for going in here now both has a fuel can and a little electric charger. So if you drive an electric car, well, it's a chance to fill that up as well. That's kind of neat. So I think this is pretty normal all over the world. You can fuel your car, you can get a snack. So I'll try and become a bit more or less obvious. the basement. Ooh, missing. Well, I didn't bring the camera too much in there. There's nothing interesting whatsoever going on. But I'll be leaving as quick as possible. Then they don't want you to use this door. They want you to go through the cafeteria. Otherwise, they sell all the usual stuff for 3 times the price. So we are moving along and moving forward. Could have gone for a snack really. This big sign tells you that if you don't want to pay to go over the bridge, you have to get off the road now. So, and it's 240 Danish kroners to drive over the bridge one way. I don't know if there's a discount when I drive back tonight. It's usually how it works. If I drive over the bridge twice in a day, it's usually cheaper, but I'm not sure if it works on a Thursday. I'm not sure if it works on a Thursday. So this blue sign over here means that that's the last exit. So yeah, we're on the way to Copenhagen. And we have this long bridge over here in front of us. And yeah, it's a big long bridge, that's for sure. It has a really long section that is not that high, where it's just a low bridge going over, and then there's a tall bridge section for the big ships to go under. Bridge took years to build, and if you look over here, there is train tracks on the lower bridge. When we get up to the high bridge, the train doesn't go over the high bridge, but it goes under a tunnel. So it's a combined bridge and tunnel solution, which just made it even more expensive back in the day. The bridge has been paid for by me having to pay 240 kroners to go over it. I can't remember how many years it was predicted to take for paying the bridge back, but the bridge has been so popular that we paid it back years, like many years before it was supposed to be paid back. So we have paid for it. Well, it's like the banks and pension funds and stuff that had the money, and the state borrowed it, and well, we have paid those money back. So it turned out to be a good deal, and it turned out to be very popular. You can also take a ferry from Aarhus to Zealand, but that's way more expensive. Although it's a better trip. Well, you also have to make sure to hit a ferry at the right time and stuff. So this was just convenient that I could just drive when I could get away from work. So Oh, train is coming. They have used an island in the middle of the water here, and they have extended that. There are some old buildings over here, over there, because it has been the island has been inhabited, but they extended it to make the highway right across it. So where the highway is, there wasn't a island before. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but well, we go this way and the train just went that way and goes under. So we might go around that truck because it's blocking too much of our good view. There, that's better. And then of course the next truck. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now we're definitely going uphill. I'm not sure if it shows on the camera at all, but well, we're going up to meet the high point of the bridge. I think there's a standard for how high bridges are. You have to have the really big boats being able to go under the bridges. Some of them even have to, they have to take down their chimneys to go under the bridge. Also, we have some oil rigs that occasionally goes under here, and they're also very, very tall. So they occasionally close down the bridge if the wind is too bad. We had one call it a scandal, but the bridge was closed because of bad weather, and the Prince of Denmark decided to go over it anyway. He had to go to a concert and home again, and well, people wasn't happy about that. I don't really care, because if you're a prince and beyond the law, I think that's exactly when you have to use the prince card and throw that and be able to break a rule like that, because no one gets hurt. Only his own life was in jeopardy. Okay, now we're kind of in the middle of the bridge, so we're going down again. It's not as long on the other side here. We crossed the long side first, the low bridge. When we get down from here, we are almost in Zealand immediately. And there is the pay toll, where I have to air my credit card. There is something called a Hobbies, which is a electronic bridge pass, let's call it that. And if you have one of those, it will just automatically register that you have passed, and you and make a money withdrawal. I don't have that. I'm not here very often. So I'm just gonna be using credit card. This is one of the few places where you don't have to punch your PIN code. It's kind of weird, probably because they are already camera surveilling. of cake. And 240 Danish kroners poor. So yeah, I'm gonna keep driving and get back to you when there is anything interesting. Okay, we are nearing Copenhagen here. So right here there's actually 4 lanes on each side. I do believe that they have been working on this for years and years and years. I've never tried it with 4 lanes before, so I expect that it has been completed. Further back there is still the lines on the road where the workers had pointed out how the road should, well, how the separation line should go. So yeah, brand new road. This one is not new though. It's a little bit older. Yeah, a lot more traffic over here. Okay, we're off the highway and we are in Datacenter, and that's a suburb for Copenhagen, or a part of Copenhagen. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not from over here. Actually, I was 18 years old before I was ever on this island of Sealand. And I can see that we are 4 minutes away, 1.3 kilometers, and right behind this very, very dirty city bus. Yeah, so we'll be there in just a little bit. So, cool. Okay, I've met up with Jesper here on a spooky parking spot. And it's actually also Lenovo's building, and Jesper has just been at a seminar and he scored a lot of things like a Lenovo power bank and something to put over the camera of my phone, and all of that just for me, and Lenovo candy.
Yeah, most important.
Yeah, most important. Thank you very much. Even though he has his car full of servers for me.
Yeah, it gets a little spooky this part, like open your trunk and move hardware.
In a spooking parking lot.
Yes.
Near Copenhagen. So yeah, let's see what Jesper brought.
Yeah, goodies. Okay.
This is the awesomeness.
Yes.
And oh, it's Model 3s. You were promising me Model 2s. Yeah, I'm not disappointed.
I think they're a mix of both 2s and 3s.
So let's pull them over and see what we got. Jesper has been explaining to me what all of this is while we have been shipping it from one car to another car, and he says that this one is able to, how many? 12 discs?
Yeah, it takes 12 2.5-inch discs, and then they interconnect. So there's 3 sandboxes.
3 of them from 2010.
Yeah. And they have a dual controller per box
on the back of them. Yeah. Oh, so we saw one of the boxes that had fiber channel uplinks.
Yeah.
And these boxes just have the SAN.
Yeah, these are just disk expansion connections.
Okay.
So they connect to the controllers with SAS cables. And these are 6 gigabit SAS cables.
So 3 boxes, 12 discs in each. That must be 36 discs.
Yes.
And 3 terabyte discs in each. Oh, editing Morten will do that editing and calculating and put that on the screen. He's so nice. I know him well.
He's good. Yeah. Then we have the hosts that you can install whatever VMware and stuff on it.
Cool.
So you're gonna have a nice expansion in your PlayHouse now.
Yeah, I'm running out of space. And all the rails are there too. And the disc shelves, do they use the same rails, or how do you mount those?
Yeah, they have special rails actually, the disc shelves.
Okay.
They should be part of the thing there.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun and many hours in your data center now.
It sure is. So I have to say very thanks to Jesper here for giving me all of this awesome equipment, and he scored a lot of things from Lenovo in there too.
Seminar,
yeah. So
it's my pleasure. I like seeing hardware being reused instead of thrown away. So it's really been my pleasure.
Me too. It's the often retirement home from all. It's the retirement home for all server equipment. Yeah. My PlayHouse.
That, guys.
Cool. I found this amusing. Lenovo's offices are here, and yes, of course, Epic Lenovo. So now I'm on my way home. This took half an hour, so 3.5 hours of driving and half an hour of exchanging, putting the servers in a different car, and then there's these 3.5 hours back home. So, well, but I had the car full of very nice servers, so that's gonna be fantastic. So let's go home.
Turn right onto Datacenter Motorway.
Okay, yeah, I'm totally dark now, but well, I'm on the good road. I haven't gotten lost yet, I mean, but yeah, no reason trying to see me, you see. But there's about 3 hours home from here, if the traffic behaves, and I do think that I want to go in somewhere and get a snack.
In 2 kilometers, keep left onto the 4 towards Odense.
Yeah, and in 2 kilometers I have to keep left. So yeah, it's going good.
Proceed to the route.
Okay, I decided that I was hungry, so I have stopped at a McDonald's drive-in. So I'm gonna have 3 cheeseburgers and a chicken salsa or something. Hej. Løbet. Nej, det er lige meget. Tak lige meget. Hej. Tak for det. Tak lige meget. Done. Okay, we're at the bridge again, so I'm driving on to the island of Fyn in just a little bit when I've crossed the bridge. I'm not gonna show all of that again because that probably was boring. So let's see if we can get over here to the blue booths where they take credit cards. Yeah. Pick one, pick one, pick one. Will be interesting to see if there is any discount for it. Oh! The return ticket was only 50 kroners. So there was a good discount for going forth and back the same day. Very nice. Now I get to go over the big awesome bridge again in pitch blackness. It's a bit windy up here right now. Okay, I've just landed home here, and well, I actually got a good parking spot. It's always difficult when I get home late because there are so limited amount of parking, and I'm a really cheap ass, so I don't want to pay for parking. So well, yeah, this is the city of Aarhus. Here is all the parking spots. I live down that way. I live down that way. And well, here we are. I had to get the camera gear with me in. But otherwise, well, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me going through these servers. I'm very dark, ain't I? Yeah. sorry, it's night time now. It's almost 10 o'clock, so I more or less just have to go into bed. And have a really nice day. Bye bye.